Now, your most reliable forecast with First Alert meteorologist Kyle Dickens.
Well, get ready for a warm-up if you like the warmer weather. Well, guess what? Next couple days is going to be nice for you. Right now, 13 degrees warmer right now than it was this time yesterday. Well, that warmer air is going to continue to sneak out into our region come tomorrow as we look to approach the 50s for tomorrow and also into our day on Friday. Right now, a little bit of cloud cover is moving through, and you can see mainly to the east of the Quad Cities, but just light cloud cover. Really going to be a nice night overall, and that'll help us with the clear skies, kind of drop temperatures close to freezing tonight. But tomorrow, much warmer as, again, we approach the 50s, maybe even some hometowns seeing the 60s. Rain, maybe some mix arrives once we get into Friday night. And then once we get to the weekend, we'll have a cooler weekend, actually cooler, but a little bit closer to average. And we'll be dodging some rain here on Saturday morning, but overall pretty dry stretch. Now, quick look at the long range. You can see this is one model solution on the storm system that moves through. And you can see, yeah, it's actually bringing a little bit of mixed precipitation in, rain to the east, and a little bit of snow. Looks like we'll stay out of the snow. We're going to be more favored into that warmer sector of this. That moves off Saturday afternoon. We should start to clear out. We'll take a look at ExactTrack here on the local level. This is a little bit different model as well. And you can see there goes that cloud cover for tonight. And as we head into tomorrow, mostly sunny day. Absolutely perfect day tomorrow. I think if you can, get out for lunch or find a way to sneak out during the day, do it, because we don't get these days very much here in December. Clouds start building in as we head into Thursday night, into Friday, out ahead of that incoming storm system. Now here we're going to look at ExactTrack. Again, this is a different model than what I just showed you. This keeping us much warmer and more favored into the rainfall. You can see not a ton of rainfall, but it does put some heavier showers embedded within that complex, favored more to the west. So bringing this storm system a little bit further north and west and a little bit on the warmer side, keeping us out of any type of mixed precipitation or snowfall. We'll have to watch because, again, we're still a few days out. So any little movement on that storm system, things will change. We will clear out, though, and do look to have a fairly dry weekend overall. Current model thinking, this is on ExactTrack as well. You can see a stripe of pretty heavy rainfall out there to the west, maybe up to an inch, locally higher amounts possible. On the snowfall and ice, it's really pushing that. If we do see any, it's going to be out into central Iowa at this time. But again, one little change in that forecast, in that path, things could change for us. So we'll keep an eye on it, but right now it does look like we'll stay in a pretty low impact situation. Temperatures tonight will be dropping into the 30s once again, but look at that, 55, 57. Look at that, 60s down to the south. We'll take that. Maybe not as warm up to the north, but still well above average for this time of year. Average high is 40 degrees for this time of year. So this is a welcome relief for us. Look at it, 7 a.m. on Friday. We'll still be in the 50s, and we'll climb into what we could get close to 60 on Friday before things start to crash, though, a little bit back to normal once we get to the weekend and into next week. Again, still great temperatures for this time of year, still a little bit above average. We get through that storm system Friday into Saturday. Not a ton of precip chances once we get past that, so a pretty dry stretch in store for us. 7-day forecast, 56 tomorrow, 57 Friday. We bring those rain. And again, maybe some mix Friday night into Saturday morning. Cool off for Sunday and then back into the 40s, close to average Tuesday and Wednesday.
Then it moves to the mid-Atlantic and Northeast on Sunday. Meteorologist Kyle Dickens is here with a look at how our area will be impacted.
Yeah, actually, that storm system will give quite a bit of a mess to the south. We'll stay on the north side of this, but we're going to see just rainfall. That's the good thing, and it's going to be warm enough to keep it rainfall. Always nice this time of year when we're talking rain. 57 right now here in the Quad Cities. Warmer air, a little pocket of that, but we got some colder air in store for us once we get into the weekend and see the system move through. You can see clouds starting to build in out ahead of this. That will be the trend throughout the day. We're still seeing some sunshine, though, and that's helping really warm things up and keeping us in the mid to upper 50s. Here comes that system right into late evening hours into the overnight. It'll continue on, but again, we stay rain. Now, just a little bit further to the south, here's those heavier storms down into parts of the Arklatex and Dixie Alley, as it's known this time of year. that is a big tornado season for them. So not uncommon for them to see that severe weather. We dry out and things will improve for the weekend, but a little touch of reality when it comes to our temperatures. Let's take a little closer look on ExactTrack. You can see that rain shower activity starts to build in about 6 to 7 o'clock from southwest to northeast. We'll see that move in. Really the heaviest of the activity looks to kind of hug right now the Mississippi River Valley. Could see one or two of these cells produce some heavy rainfall and could pick up a hefty amount of rain overall. So we'll be noticing that. That moves through. Once we get to the overnight hours, early morning, we start to see that activity move through and even maybe some sunshine poking through as we wake up tomorrow morning to the wet ground out there. But clouds will build back in as the afternoon turns into evening and sun sets. That will not affect our temperature much until we get into the overnight hours, and we'll see a little drop in those temperatures. Sun returns once we get to Sunday, and overall a pretty nice day. A little bit cooler though. We could pick up maybe half an inch in the heaviest totals here. A quarter to half an inch is possible really throughout the entire region. So yeah, thankfully that's rain, not snow. That would equate to about 4 inches of snowfall that we would be seeing there. So we'll take that over that snow. Now temperatures today going to hold pretty steady in the mid to upper 50s. Might see 60s in some hometowns. And then as we head into the night, we're not going to move much on the temperature. We'll drop into the mid to upper 40s. But then once we get into the day tomorrow, it's going to be a steady decline as the day moves into morning into the afternoon. There we are in the 30s and dropping slowly as we head into the overnight hours. There's those 20s again, which is actually pretty typical for this time of year. Now, once we get through tonight into tomorrow morning, look at that. We got really not much until we get to Thursday. Really dry stretch of weather. Above average weather returning as well, temperature-wise. Above average on the temperatures, but really dry conditions as the main axis of activity stays a little bit further to the south and a little active down into those southern regions. Tonight, 40 degrees. Rain moves in, a few clouds as well beforehand. Those will steadily build as the night goes on. 7-day forecast. Here we are, Sunday being the coldest day out of the next 7 days, but we do stay relatively dry throughout the weekend and really again throughout the next 7 days. Temperatures will be back above normal. Normal's 40 degrees this time of year, so that 45 once we get to the middle to end of next week, not bad overall. Again, this is a really good 7-day forecast if you ask me. I think we can handle this, but yeah, 40s this time of year in December, no snow on the 7-day. That is a good forecast, I'd say.
The mild weather continues.
Yeah, you know, and 45 is not bad for this time of year. We're spoiled after the 50s, but we'll take it.
Yeah, it's kind of a repeat from last year, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. We just don't want the January that we saw.
Thank you so much.